Hello, my name is Amanda Werner. I'm doing the market analysis of Verizon Wireless. The company has been at the top of the cell phone industry for some time. They offer 98% coverage and has been around for almost 20 years. Verizon Wireless industry structure. I believe it's an oligopoly, has few suppliers, differentiated product, barriers are very high, large amounts of advertising, and is a price maker. I like to go back to the suppliers. I believe that Verizon Wireless is part of a loose oligopoly containing 6 or 7 firms that share 70 to 80% of the market. As you can see here, like these are huge companies: Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, Metro PCS. Verizon Wireless has few suppliers, and they're pretty much the only firms in the industry. So you won't see hardly any other ones in this. Maybe a few at different demographic levels, but this is pretty much the top of the charts, the whole thing. I would say that it has differentiated product. They compete with different major companies in their market, like AT&T, who have the same sort of product and prices, but differentiate bundles and options for phones and so on. So they'll get like a new Samsung in, and they'll bundle it with the VR, or they'll bundle it with another phone, or so on, that a different company like AT&T isn't doing. They just differentiate their different bundles and options and data plans and so on and so on. The barriers to entry in this industry are very high. The barriers include government regulations, industry regulations, and many more. Plus, the competition with a major company like this would be very daunting. You'd have to have a lot of money going in to get product from these cell phone companies. You would have to get a storefront. You would have to get all the product in there so people could go in and look. You'd have to at least have a plan for at least somewhat of a future, because they have like sort of contracts, or like 2-year contracts, or pay off your phone sort of thing. Or you would at least have to pay for your phone outright. I would just think it'd be very hard to get into this industry. There is a large amount of advertising. I was watching Coachella this weekend. T-Mobile is everywhere because they are providing the live stream on YouTube, which is very cool. Definitely a good way to get people to join your network, doing something cool like that, Coachella. As far as like Verizon goes, I see storefronts everywhere. There's some all over San Luis Obispo, Paso Robles, Atascadero. There's at least 3 in Atascadero, and it's a very small town. I don't see many of the smaller companies, but I do see AT&T. So, they try and advertise anywhere and everywhere. See, I believe Verizon Wireless is a price maker. They have every choice in how their company is going to entice new customers, and this includes choosing a price at which they think will bring in the most sales. It is up to other companies to compete or not. So Verizon Wireless definitely is a price maker. They initiate a lot of the prices and see if their competitors will go for it. So here's my market change. Market change would be a switch to 5G network. Before the switch, the demand curve is, normal, going down. After the switch, I believe the demand curve will shift to the right, indicating more sales, more demand. I believe the determinant will be related to tastes and preferences and the expectations of consumers. I also put in the kink demand curve. in case the rivals ignore the change or they match the change. If the change is matched, of course the demand will go down a little bit because they won't be the only one doing it. But if they ignore the change, then their demand will be increased much more. Okay, and there's my works cited. Thank you.